The skill number one of a leader is to connect the employees with the company purpose. Yes, the leader purpose is to facilitate the interactions to become success facilitators. So we have to redefine what is our purpose, the purpose of that team, and the purpose of each of the employees that work with us. So if we want to facilitate interactions to become success facilitators, we don't need to be the heroes. We just need to be there to set the rules to develop heroes, to help our team become the heroes of the story and that they can make the changes. We just need to facilitate that. Leaders need to let go of micromanaging the day to day activities of the employees. Take it a step back and reconnect with yourself. What is it that you really need to do as the leader? What drives you? Who are you? Having a purpose means that you're pursuing a mission or idea that is larger than you as an individual, and everyone in your team needs to know what is that. What is yours specifically, and how your purpose connect to the purpose of the company. Some people think that the purpose is like your legacy. So you still need to think what is that you want in the future and how you can adjust in your day to day to make that happen. It happened to me the other day when I was leading a team. I realized when I was contacting the sponsors, contacting the speakers, I was doing almost everything to organize a conference. And I had a team, but I was saying, well, this is an online conference. It's going to be simple, it's going to be easy. And it was taking me a lot of time. So, yes, I can do all these things, but who can oversee the whole conference if I'm focusing on all these small things? So this is where you say, hey, so my task as the chair of the conference is to oversee everything. So I need to make someone else do the small things so that I can be the glue that connects all those small things together. If I'm part of those small things, I cannot see how them connect to the rest. So that's where I realized that as leaders, sometimes we do that. We micromanage. We just say, well, I can do it. It's simple. And we have to focus on how uh, other people can do it. If they are more specifically working on that, they can do it much better. And we can do a different work and we can oversee everything. So it's easier for me to do everything, but it will take longer. It will not be perfect because I will be doing several things at the same time, and nobody will be seeing the whole picture. So, what you have to do is make sure you know what is your role first, and then define what other roles you need to fill, and talk to your employees to see who is the perfect person to fill that role. But once you fill that role, just trust the person, and we'll be working on that later on. But this is your main work as a leader. So now let's go to what is the team purpose. The team purpose, you have to make sure everyone understands how they connect to the purpose of the team and your purpose. Remember that in the best of times, people always want to have a sense of purpose that helps them become better at what they do because they know the north, the the true north, as many companies say. They know where they go. They know why they're doing what they're doing. So that's why it's so important that all the team knows exactly why they are there. Explain the behind of what of the work that needs to be done, how it has changed or how it may change. In specifically, if there's a crisis, we need to know for sure what is the purpose and why we're going where we're going. So bear this in mind. And then we have to work on first, we move from the team purpose to the employee purpose. Everyone needs to know how they fulfill their responsibilities to achieve the goal of the team. Discuss it with your team and make sure everyone understands how they connect their actions to the purpose. Let's say the goal is to give customers a unique experience. Check with your team and see how each of them feels they are contributing to it and ensure the roles and responsibilities are clear. Let's see an example of what a purpose is. Um, there is a company, a 33-year-old global pharmaceutical company, which is headquartered in India, that produces affordable generic medication. It has more than 20,000 employees. So the company was operating in like 27 countries, and the decision making had grown more complex, and branches of the organization had become misaligned through time. So over the years, Dr. Reddy's, the company had built in lots of procedures, and for many good reasons. But those procedures had also slowed the company down. So Prasad, who is the CEO of the company, decided that they needed to evolve to a culture to be nimble, innovative, and patient-centered. So his leadership team began with a search for purpose. So he didn't do it just himself. He called the team to define what was the purpose of the company and agreed to it all together. So they worked to learn about the needs of everyone involved, from shop floors to workers to scientists, external partners, and investors. And they came up with good health can't wait. So this purpose, good health can't wait, was going to lead all their behaviors. They didn't just post it on a motivational poster. The leadership team began by quietly using it to start guiding every one of their decisions. The goal was to demonstrate what it really means to them. So, for example, they built two innovation studios in India. And after the idea of good health can wait was communicated throughout the entire company, for example, one of the scientists uh, developed a product, sorry, in 15 days, only 15 days, something that in the pharmaceutical industry is practically impossible. So that's how strong a purpose can be for a team. So I strongly encourage you not only to have a very clear purpose, but also have values, rules that guide that purpose. If you define rules, people understand the purpose and how they need to work with it every day. Many companies have developed their list of rules between 5 and 12, no more than that, to get the expected behaviors and help employees make decisions daily. For example, this is in the case of Zappos. They have 10 rules that they develop with the input of all the employees to guide their behaviors. Google has their 8 rules. Well, several companies have these rules. They are very important to help empower the employees. Rules are especially useful when companies are growing so fast. They receive money from investors, or really they are selling a lot. They're growing, and they start hiring a lot of employees. And when you hire employees, you need to make sure they are a good fit in the culture so that they continue doing the same good work you are already doing. So the only way you do that is training them continuously, having a good onboard session. But specifically, you need to have these values that are everywhere in the company, in all the employee experience, through the onboarding, during the company training or development training, when you hire new employees, when you decide to remove employees from somewhere, from a position to the other, or maybe remove them from the company, to evaluate them every day. So rules are very important in this sense. This must be part of all your processes to help align employees. Some of the examples you can see: deliver wow through service, be humble, be passionate, do more with less, be innovative. Those are small rules that will help employees as a guiding light. Now, it is not easy to connect the employees with the purpose. It's not that you just communicate, hey, this is the purpose or these are the values, and they just do it. Again, you need to keep telling them, you need to train them, you need to communicate that all the time. But that's not it. Especially when you don't see how you contribute to the company, employees don't feel connected to the purpose. So, how you make employees contribute more to the company? Well, The problem in many times had to do with how the organization is structured. In many companies, you still can see the pyramid format where associates expect leaders to tell them what to do. In this case, they don't need to think, they just obey. So why would you care about the purpose if my boss will tell me what to do? So sometimes, even though the structure doesn't look like a real pyramid, the way the leaders and the employees work, it works that way. They really expect always the communication to come from the top down. In the old paradigm, it's a paradigm that defines that we are all part of the pyramid, but there are some that are more important than others because this never goes the other way. There's always communication coming from the top down, and everyone needs to listen to the one that is on top. So, what if we try to change that for a moment? What if we try to see, hey, everyone is important, we're all part of a team? And this is where we can define a diamond structure, which is more looking more like this. So if you want your people to be really involved and engaged, this is what you need to go through. It's we need to listen to everybody. The organization as a diamond, you have all the faces that are connected to each other, and they make the diamond remain strong and shiny. If you think about a real diamond, what make it shiny is not it's not itself, but what make it shiny is all the interactions that have with between these carrots. All these carrots have a different light, and they light more when they are the interactions among the other carrots are stronger. So we actually need to shift from how do I escalate this pyramid to how do we help each other to make this diamond stronger. If, Let me tell you about a little bit about chemistry. The carbons used for diamonds are the same ones that are built the graphite that is used for pencils. Here is a pencil, and this is graphite, which is carbon. It's just the same material that makes up diamond. But what makes a diamond different from a graphite? The only thing that makes it different is the strength of the interactions of the molecules that are part of those diamonds or the graphites. In the diamond, those interactions are super strong, and that's the only difference. So whenever you have better interactions with all the components, you're getting a structure that is stronger. And how you make these interactions build better and be stronger when you make them communicate from one way to the other. Nor in the case of the diamond, no carbon molecule is better than the other one. All of them are needed to build the service for the customer. On top of that, the customer is here. It's on top. So the ones that really give directions on what to do is the customer. But at the same time, the customer buys, but also provides ideas for improvement. They provide complaints, which are part of what are we going to use to improve our processes. Then we have the teams that are closer to the customer that capture all those ideas. And through the leader, they get these ideas to the product, into the product or into the process to make it much better. So this is how you can build or think about the structure of your company. And this is just not an idea or something that it's imaginary. A lot of companies are really applying this type of format in their own different ways. This is an example of a company that is named Globant, which again has the inverted pyramid, and they have a structure where they have pods that are teams that are forming this structure. This is the way that they say that they serve better the customers because these teams are better equipped to serve them. So remember, during the crisis, the purpose is more important than ever. and it is the glue that helps bridge the gaps that are within the team. So, in a crisis, ensure your purpose is always your guiding light. Take the purpose beyond the job and into the community. You can provide also opportunities for the employees to be in service, considering the purpose of the company. Sometimes employees are looking for helping the community. That's also part of the purpose. Sometimes they lose a loved one, or they are suffering, or there's a crisis in the company or within their homes. So giving them the opportunity to serve someone in the community, to donate blood, or to help an organization that is nonprofit, that also helps you to build your purpose. It says that your company is going beyond the work and beyond the money, but also worrying about the community. And employees, especially the younger generations, are really looking forward to this. So now that we have see what is the importance of our purpose, let's do this short exercise. So try to define the ground rules for your team. Think about rules that help stick the group together like a diamond. So first, define a purpose with your team. If you already have one, just talk about it and see if it's fine, if it's updated, if it's okay with what you need to do today. If you are in a crisis or you went through something totally new in the company, new products or new business units, just try to think if that purpose is still valid. Then set no more than 12 ground rules, how you will take that that purpose in everyday actions. You want to be innovative, you want to be customer centered, you want to be humble, you want to be, you name it. And then define your responsibilities. What is your responsibility and what is the responsibility of the employees of that team to be able to accomplish that purpose and those values. Thank you very much then. I hope you continue checking for the next videos. Thank you.